Hello folks, it's me GreyHunter, back again with yet another Warhammer lore video. This time around I decided to do a small video on the subject of the various types of greenskin, because as we know, the name is kind of a catch-all term for the species, but they do actually have a little bit of diversity to explore, so we'll do that. Regular Orcs and Goblins. These guys are kind of the vanilla ice cream of the greenskins. They're exactly what they sound like, fantasy Orcs and Goblins with a little bit of characterization. The Orcs are basically rabid football fans ready to belt you one for saying their team is bad, and the Goblins are basically that one mate that is nice to your face but secretly plots your downfall behind your back. You know the one I'm talking about. We all know one. Savage Orcs. Orcs in general are basically the barbarians at the gate, but Savage Orcs take it to a whole new level. These guys haven't advanced in over 10,000 years since the old ones first found them and sent the Saurus in to commit genocide on that annoying thing that was ruining their perfect world. These guys are idiots, even for Orcs. They hardly have a language, they refuse to advance in either culture or manufacturing, and they still wear war paint like Hollywood wants you to believe the Celts did. I'm looking at you, Braveheart, and you, King Arthur. You know what you did. One might think then that these guys are completely ineffective, but actually not so much, because their sheer belief in the good old days of Gork and Mork and the way things work make things work. They're basically a group of folks for who clap your hands if you believe actually works. Mainly this is realized in their war paint, and their belief does get them results. Seriously, it gives, like, some of them better armor saves, even magical ward saves. It's insane. Clap your hands if you believe, everybody. The Night Goblins. Regular goblins with a little bit more bravery, with a huge aversion for light, and continually high on magic mushrooms and booze. They're crazy even for a universe in which crazy is something that's kind of approaching the norm, and these guys are constantly paranoid about everyone and everything being out to get them. All things considered though, given how most of the other races do kind of try to wipe the greenskins out whenever they find them, they might have a point. They're also known primarily for the Night Goblin fanatic, a Night Goblin so hyped up on various substances that they'll take on just about anything, and then they got given a huge flail, and they were let loose. These guys are pretty special people, all in all. The Black Orcs. Orcs who were once slaves to the Chaos Dwarves. Yeah, Orc slaves are a thing, and I'm not even going to touch the naming they used for this one. So apart from being slaves, the Black Orcs are pretty much the strongest and most intelligent of their breed. They originally were meant to be clever and strong slaves who would also be obedient, but the Chaos Dwarves kind of mucked that bit up a little, as the Black Orcs ended up succeeding in their rebellions and winning their freedom, getting out from under Tsar Nagrond. This usually means that when they appear in greenskin armies, they're in the leadership, their stronger physique and intelligence enabling them to take over powerful roles and tribes. Grimgor Ironhide, one of the legendary lords, is one of them, and he leads an all-Black Orc unit named the Immortals. And yes, it's pronounced that way. The Orcs are very big on the whole phonetic thing. These guys are hard as nails, basically, and they're pretty interesting for what they are. And finally, we come to the red-headed stepchild of the Greenskins, the Forest Goblins. They're pretty much regular goblins, except they live in forests, and they generally make up the larger portion of Greenskins that ride giant spider cavalry. So they're kinda interesting, but they're like a one-trick pony, and they're not really that intriguing, to be honest with you. So there you go, a brief primer on the various types of greenskins, and hopefully we'll be seeing all of them represented in Warhammer Total War, because come on, who doesn't want to have a massive Savage Orc army so they can roleplay an Orc Braveheart? It's pretty much the same thing as what Mel Gibson did in the film anyway. So that is another lore video wrapped up with me, GreyHunter. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one where I haven't a clue what we'll be talking about, but I'm sure it'll be something interesting related to Warhammer, because that's kind of the theme of these videos. Until then, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.